everyone, TIS Hitters episode 5. Welcome to all our viewers. Big welcome to our community over at Cryptofy. My name is Kurt Conley, here to bring you another episode of TIS Hitters with Mr. Rev Nissen. How are you today, Rev?
I'm good, man. I'm doing all right. And yourself?
Yeah, good. Sorry I missed the last video with you. I was getting a little bit shy, a little bit nervous. Those emojis were up high and yeah, don't be making stuff like that. Don't be saying to people if they get the emojis up, I'll be coming in here naked. It ain't happening.
You're out for your life. That's all good.
Yeah, I mean, lots been going on lately. Bitcoin's moved up, in that $40,000 range. Alts have taken a beating lately. Ethereum's starting a little pop off a little bit right now. So yeah, interesting times in the market right now. But we're not here to talk about the market. We're here to talk about TIS and some of the things that we're looking at with TIS. So we're going to go over a couple of things. But first of all, as always, the disclaimer. So as you all know, you're all subscribed to TIS. For the people that aren't, there is requirements you have to just adhere to when you sign up for TIS through CryptoStat. So your money, not financial advice. Normal jargon on the screen. Please take a read and please understand the responsibilities when trading cryptocurrency. Let's go to the first summary. So the summary that we have today is still some of the ones that we're watching, some that are still a good trade and one that's a closed trade. So I'm just going to quickly go through these. Rev can add some stuff into this as well. CTSI was one of the first ones that we talked about in the TIS Hitter series. The volume has dropped off hard. However, TIS still did ping another buy on CTSI, so we're still watching. And when it goes, I think this will pop, don't you think, Rev? I think it'll jump up. It tends to. It's that kind of token, right? I don't know if you want to quickly bring a chart up, or we can talk about it a little bit later. But this thing, it does tend to move when she goes.
Yeah, it does. It really does tend to go for it. So that's why we're like, you know what? It's good. It's at sub 300 sats where we expected it to go down to, and we did get a fresh ping as well on TIS from it. So we're good with that to go.
Yep, cool. Loopring is still sideways actions right now, so we're just going to keep an eye on that. We did say that was a 50-50 trade, but it isn't really doing anything, so it hasn't confirmed as a closed trade, it hasn't confirmed as still a good trade, just something to watch. FET is still in play. Volume hasn't changed much. It did hit that low 330, 340 sat range, right?
Yeah.
Which is around support.
Yep.
Did that. The one that Rev talked about the other day on the other TIS Hitter video was Zeke and Zill. Those are still in play, right, Rev?
Yes, they're still good. We checked them out just before this video and they're still looking pretty good.
Cool. The one that we have closed is Quantum. This is a closed trade. We said around that 16,000, 17,000 sat range was probably decent, but TIS did ping a sell on Quantum and it's down around 14,000 sats, right? So yeah, it didn't meet the requirements and it has fallen off.
Yeah, definitely. And there's another one that I mentioned on the last one is DOT, just to watch out for a TIS ping by ping. I'm not too sure if it did come through. I just looked over across my shoulder and just seen it there. So that's something else for people to check out before we move on to the next one.
And the other three up there, KNC, FIO, and XLM, they're still in watch mode. So we're just seeing how those go. We're not focusing on those too much right now. But let's jump into the ones that we are focusing on right now. Okay, so today, the 2nd of November, can't believe it's November, it's mental. RSR is the first one, currently sitting at 80 on the CMC ranking. USD price is 1 cent, sitting around that 89 sat range. The volume is healthy on this. I know his volume is still at 104 Bitcoin, but comparative to what else is going on at the moment, 104 Bitcoin on the 24-hour volume, it has had one buy at 85 cents. Now, we do give this a 7 out of 10 rating, but the reason why I put more weight into the rating is because the volume, comparative to other coins at 10 Bitcoin, 5 Bitcoin, it's got 104 Bitcoin volume, right? So definitely something to have a watch at. Rev, I'll get you to pull up the chart and we can dive into that a little bit deeper quickly.
Yeah, for sure. And just on that as well, with the volume stuff, just, I guess, keep an eye on it if you're looking to go into RSR. If the volume does drop, then just keep an eye of that. Also, the buy rating does drop with that because we are focusing on the volume side of things, and that's why we've given it such a high rating. Let's get a chart up on it. So RSR, this is on cryptostat.org as well. Obviously, you guys already know what it is. For those that don't, check it out and have a look around and see if it's something for you. Let's have a look at RSR. So this is the hourly. We can see it has had, this is pretty much its bottom sort of here right now. So, and it hasn't really touched it. It's just kind of touched base, gone for a push, touch base again and touch base, and now it's gone for a push. This is on the hourly, so this is a shorter time frame sort of outlook. Above that 100-day MA as well, so or 99-day, but 100-day MA is pretty much it. I'll probably just have to change that so I don't have to continuously say that. We can see here on the 4-hourly, the MACD went bullish. It trended sideways since, had a little fall, but now it's also given a kick out as well. And once again, there we go on the MA's, nice and easy, simple TA, nothing too crazy. 25-day MA, it's sitting above it, closed above it on the 4-hourly, which is really nice to see. Next target would probably be to start pushing that 100 sat range, and the buy on this on TIS was 85 sats. If we have a look here, 81 there, 85 there in between the range, and it topped out at 92 so far. Sort of struggling in there. Let's just make sure that that volume does keep coming in. On a daily, don't think there was anything special that we wanted to look on a daily, besides the MACD has gone down and confirmed in a downtrend, three days in a row now. So the first one was just a indication that we are going bearish, and then we had a confirmation on the next day, and now we're still down there. But if price action does start to build up and we start pushing, you know, these double tweezers here at 107 sats, that might actually start picking it back up and going for a bullish once again on the daily. But yeah, it does look pretty healthy from here. I mean, most olds do as well at the moment, but that's pretty much on RSR from our end. I don't think I had anything else. But yeah, it just seems to have found the bottom is one of my notes in here that's quite significant.
Yep. Okay, the next one that we're talking about is CARR. So if for some of the early people that were in Cryptofy, we did talk about CARR as just an off trade many moons ago in the early days, and it had its run, it moved back. So something that we've always just kept an eye on. TIS does continue to ping it as well, right? So yeah. Current ranking is CMC ranking is 130. The dollar value is around $1.51. Sat value is 11,000 cents. Trading volume is 17 BTC. So you can compare it to RSR, have the difference in volume there, 1,704. But the number of TIS pings, 5 TIS pings and buys in the last month. Okay, so no sells from memory, or maybe 1 sell from memory earlier in the month. But since then, we've had 5 continuous buys. So this is sort of like, to me and Rev and the team, this is sort of like hinting dollar cost average in on this one. We've been hitting it 5-6 times. This is sort of telling us, hey, it's a trade, it's a continuous trade. So something definitely to look at. Buy rating's a 6 out of 10. Doesn't have a high rating as RSR, because RSR does have the volume with 104 Bitcoin. However, this does have the 5 buys. So over a period of time, it's been telling us to look at CARR. So we'll quickly pull it up. Oh yeah, there you can see Rev's pulling up in TIS, all the pings coming through there.
Yeah, so what I wanted to show was just like, I can't find the first buy from there, but just from the first sell. So we first mentioned CARR about, I think, 11,500 sats. The sell came in on the 21st of the 9th at 22,000. Just really quickly, then it was bought at 18.6. Then there was a sell at 20,900. Then the first buy after that was at 17. Then it had a little bit of another 2 pings there, and then a sell at 20. So there's like 3 times you've gone in and out, and you've won. You've done it, you know, 20-30%, well maybe 15 to 20% each time, or so. And a sell at 20, a buy at 17.8, and then this is the dollar cost averaging 14.2, 10. 950, 11, and this is where this is the last one at 11,000, which was yesterday, my time, 11 a.m. So it's quite interesting to see its hit rate with it, and to see once Bitcoin starts to take action, what it really does, and that's when you need to dollar cost averaging. So yeah, we're pretty. It looks pretty good for CARR, especially when you have a good hit rate with TIS. Let's go and have a quick look at your charts. There's nothing really much to be looking at. So that was what you just saw was TIS, guys. If you haven't seen it before, that's how they come in, the notifications through Discord. All right, so let's look at the CARR on the hourly. Once again, sitting above that 99-day MA on the hourly on a short time frame, looking really good. If it can hold that and start to pick itself back up, we're looking pretty good from here. If you look at the 4-hourly, same thing again. Once again as RSR, it's picked up on top of that 25-day MA. Might be potential to go and push and touch that 99-day MA on the 4-hourly here, and we can see the MACD is bullish. If it crosses the 0 point and then starts going for it, we could be looking for a really good run up. And then if it does push right beyond it, look for a drop back down to that 100-day MA line in the 4-hourly as a point where if you do sell, that could be a potential to pick up or close to it. On the daily, It hasn't really confirmed a push out of the 7-day, but it is under at the moment. It's actually right on it, if you guys can see that. And the MACD does look like it's turning as well. So definitely one to keep an eye out. And it looks pretty good from our end anyway, from our perspective. And I know that the CARR team is quite, active, really active. So especially in the DeFi and the swap side of things, I think.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off there. There is some good news with CARR. They're a very active community, a very active team as well. Haven't dived into any fundamentals at the moment, but yeah, they'll do well coming into the near future.
Yeah, and just a quick look on this price change in the last 24 hours. Look how many are green at the moment versus how many were green the other day. It was probably like 5 the other day, but we have quite a few now. It's looking good for. Yeah, yep. So we can move on to the next one if you're ready, Kurt.
Awesome. Okay, this is SXP. I think a lot of people in the community know about SXP. Personally, I've never been involved with SXP, never bought it, but definitely looking here, I know there's a big chunk of people in the community that have been involved and bought SXP. Some are still holding SXP. It did have a decent pullback. Currently ranked 16 on CMC. USD price is 86 cents. Sat value is 6,350. Trading volume is attractive right now, 160 BTC. 167 to be exact. But the thing that really gets my juices going, 14 buys on TIS.
Yeah.
TIS has indicated 14 buys in the last month, right?
Yeah.
Was it the month? Last month? Last 4 weeks?
Last month, yeah. Last 2 weeks, really. Yeah.
Very, very few things. I think band was something that pinged like 10, 11 times.
Yeah, when it was around the 2,000, 3,000 range, it did do that.
Yeah, like 2,000, 3,000 sat range, band was pinging like nuts. And this is another thing that's pinging like crazy over the month. So 14, which once again sort of pushes to that dollar cost average narrative again. So we give this a 9 out of 10 rating. This is the last token for today, SXP. I'm going to let Rev jump into the charts. We've got a few more minutes. We have to wrap this up. But yeah, let's cover SXP and have a look at the chart.
Yeah, let's check it out. So I believe I had 6,400 sats. If it starts moving above that, we're looking pretty sweet. So let me make this bigger here. All the charting here is done on CryptoStat as well, guys, so you can utilize it from there. There we go. On the hourly, you can see the 7-day MA is trying to push through the 100-day MA on the short time frame. So this is actually in a better position than CARR, RSR, and hence why TIS has picked it up so many times, and hence why we've given it a 9 out of 10 as well. So it's actually looking pretty good from a short-term perspective. This is all due as well. If Bitcoin does crazy stuff, we all know what happens then. Everything either goes sideways or it falls. But if you look back, this is at listing price when it first came onto Binance in August, and you can see where it went from this sort of range at 6,000 sats or so. It went all the way up to 45,000 sats. I think 44,000 sats. I mean, that's a pretty big push. So for it to be back down to where it listed is a pretty crucial point. Now, if we look at the MACD here on the 4-hourly as well, we are bullish. Once again, that 0 point is so crucial, and that's probably what it's going to take to get us above and to that 100-day MA on the 4-hourly. And if we check out the daily really quickly, you can see like it hasn't even had that much time on a daily perspective to even get the 100-day MA to really produce anything. That yellow line there is just like a little curve, and there's nothing else to it. So it needs 100 candles on a daily to start producing that and giving you an average and a smooth line on the MA, the moving average. Also here, it is creeping up into that the 7-day MA as well. So just watch out for that. And the MACD looks like it's going to go for it. Here we had a bit of sideways action in the MACD, but you can see once it pushed through here, you can see what happened to the price. We had this big candle, which obviously gave that momentum to it. So this was a lagging, and this is where most people struggle to understand MACD. It's a lagging indicator. So you can see once I had that pickup, that's what it printed, that it was on top, and then from there it really hasn't done anything besides a small push from 15.8 to 17.2. So it looks pretty good, but definitely if we're looking to push through here, you might be able to catch this candle here, similar thing here, and put that in there and grab a trade from 6,000 sats to 10, 12,000 sats. But just quickly go back to the 4-hourly. We'll look at where the 100-day MA is, and it's at 8,200 sats. So that may be a potential trade there.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
if we were in Road to 1 Million right now, looking at Road to 1 Million potential trades, like I'd be looking something like this potential.
Definitely.
Anyway, TIS hitters for today. I don't think we have anything else. For people that aren't registered with TIS, you can always sign up for TIS going to cryptostat.org. Watch the videos, enjoy the content. We hope that we're giving you all the information that you are looking for, and we look forward to doing the next episode, which will be episode 6.
For sure.
Look
forward to it.
Enjoy your day.
Cheers, Kurt. Take care, man.
Bye.